What's up, all you cool kids? This is Daisy Collins of TsunamiRose.net coming at you live from my craft/sewing room here in Las Vegas, Nevada. And today what I am doing is I am making storage cubes, y'all. I actually freaking made this, and I was shocked and I was surprised that I was able to do it, honestly. I'm quite surprised when anything comes out correctly. Well, so if I could do it, you know, you can do it too. I've seen a lot of videos online on how to do this, and it took me a couple of videos to really understand how to do what I wanted to do. This is a 12 by, how tall is this? It's not 12 tall because it comes down, and it's about, that's wrong. It's 12 by about 6, it looks like. Or 9. Is it 9? Yeah, it's 9. Sorry, that's not 6, that's 9. 12 by 9. And it is a washable and collapsible cube. So you take the bottom part off, and then like you take these parts out, and it's supposed to collapse, right? So for even flatter storage. So I did follow a video here on YouTube. I'm going to paste that on here. So it's also in the description. So if you guys want to follow the original video, you can. However, her sizes were different than this one. I wanted to do this one using my 12 by 12 ruler that I have. And that's the size cubes I have in my Kallax. That's what fits in my Kallax. So I have modified it, that original tutorial. I modified it when I watched another video. I kind of realized how I could do it. And there's that cardboard piece in the middle. It's not exactly 12 by 12, but it works. So what you're going to need is 10 12 by 12 blocks. Well, this is 12 and a half by 12 and a half. So 10 12 and a half by 12 and a half squares. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4. And then the bottom one is 5. And then there's 1, 2, 3, 4 sides of the inside liner. And then the fabric that covers, this is obviously optional. You don't have to have this, but I covered up some of this chipboard in this fabric, and I did it with glue, which, you know, I could have used my heat and bond, which you guys know my method, so that way you don't have these glue spots, but it's going to be at the bottom, who cares? So I just did it with glue. So this was my trial one, and I'm really happy with it. So I want to make a cube for every color for fabrics that I have in my stash. So I need to make another pink one. And I'm also going to make smaller ones for my scrap bins, right? Sometimes we have scraps. So what we're going to do here is I've already worked out a couple steps. Let me move my camera down here. I've already worked out a couple steps ahead, because I'm just showing y'all I'm just sharing my process of doing this, and not like this is not a tutorial. Oh my god, sorry, my camera, I'm trying to of course I had it to show. Okay, so here we are. Okay, so this is a 12 by 12 by 12 by 12 12 and a half by 12 and a half square. And what you want to do is you want to make a mark on one side, on the inside of the fabric, at 1 inch, and then 1.5 inch. And you're going to fold that in 1/2 inch or 1/4 inch, and then fold it in another 1/4 inch. And then what we want to do is, I did starch this so that it would stick better. Of course, now that I open it up, it wants to open. And then what we want to do is you want to do all 4 sides of the outside fabric and the inside fabric just like this. So let me get my sewing machine. And I do have my 1/4-inch foot. So I'm gonna sew down this here, because this is the fabric that rolls down. Oh yeah, my fabric, my sewing machine needs a little starter piece. And I have, this can be at 2.5 is fine for this. It's for the outside, it's more of a, it looks better this way. Let me back stitch here. And again, this is 12.5 by 12.5 square. And this video starts, I think they're making a smaller, yeah, they're making like 8 by 8 cube. And they started with one continuous long piece of fabric. I don't have any big pieces of fabric like that. So I said, how can I do this breaking it down? So I saw another video on making an Easter basket out of squares. And she had 5 squares, and she told you how to make a cube. And so I kind of combined the whole idea with the 5 squares along with the idea of this video that I linked about the inside cover. Okay, so once you have all of your 12.5 pieces like this, you're going to join them all together. Now I'm going to have 2 pieces with this fabric and 2 pieces with this fabric, just for fun. So I've already joined these 3, and I have ironed the seam open. So next what I'm going to do is I need to connect these pieces here. So we're going to sew right sides together. Let me get this clipped up. And I'm still going to use my 1/4-inch foot. Let me get my lip clips. I have so many ideas of what I can do for these cubes. I've already started the process of, oh yeah, I forgot. For the outside fabric, I forgot one step. For the outside fabric, you're going to want to actually cut it a 1/4 inch, or is it 1/2 inch? It is a 1/2 inch. You want to cut it off a 1/2 inch, because in the video the outside cover is shorter. So I want to say it was a 1/2 inch. Let me make sure before I make a cut. Yeah, so we cut off 1/2 inch. The outside fabric is 1/2 inch shorter than the inside fabric. Okay. I like to put some weight on my ruler. Oh no, I'm looking for my cutter. Where did I do the cutter? Oh, it's way over here. Okay. I might have to replace my blade soon. Okay, so there we go. That's the part I was missing. This is supposed to be a 1/4 inch smaller. No, 1/2 inch. 1/2 inch smaller. And now we're going to join these. So instead of following the original video of one continuous piece of fabric, I have, and then in the video that I followed, she makes she sews certain lines at certain measurements, and she that's what makes the pockets to put the cardboard or the chipboard on the inside. But I have decided to break it up into 12-inch blocks. So instead, it is still one continuous, fabric technically, but not really. We are just making it that way. Okay, So let's get this sewn up in here. Again, I have my 1/4-inch foot. And we are sewing a 1/4-inch seam. I don't know what kind of seam. She does centimeters, so I don't know, 3/8 an inch seam. I don't know what that is. So I'm doing 1/4-inch seam, and that way it's 12 by 12 or 12 by 11 and something. Oop, I forgot my leader. I forgot my leader. Especially with this foot, for some reason, I really need a leader. Okay. There we go. You can see technically what I'm sewing. I forgot I had this foot on, and I did a zigzag stitch, and it broke my needle. Completely forgot I had this foot on because I literally never have a foot that I can't do a zigzag stitch in. And this is that needle. I mean that foot. This is straight stitch only. Okay. And I'm already ready to do different color storage cubes. There's so many different ways to do these, but I wanted to do this particular way because it uses chipboard, and I already have chipboard. Well, they use cardboard, but one of my storage cubes that I bought from the dollar store, they use chipboard. You could feel it. And so I'm like, I could use chipboard. And so I have chipboard. Okay, so here is the long continuous piece now. And like I said, I decided to alternate between these two different fabrics just because I thought it would look really pretty. Also, yeah, I just decided to do that way. So let me go ahead and open up this seam right here. Do you have to? I really don't know. I don't know if you open the seam or not. I'm just kind of used to it now, so I'm opening it up. But in the video that I originally followed, it doesn't look like she does it. She looks like she just irons it to the side. So I would say it doesn't really matter. Whichever one you want. So let me go ahead and get my iron next to me. 1 second. Let me open this here. Let me iron it. And we'll go to the next step, which is basically closing this stretch of fabric we've put together. And then we're going to join it with the inside liner. And then join the bottom. Oh my god, I spent all day yesterday making that pink cube. Okay. So now what we're going to do is we're going to close this basically. So we're going to sew the 2 ends of the fabric that are loose. That are open, I should say, however you want to say it. Let's close these. And I'll tell you what, the bottom part it looks difficult, and it is difficult, but somehow even messing it up, it's fine. Because I don't know. You'd think you'd want the corners really pointy, but they're not really pointy, they're almost rounded. It's kind of weird. Okay. So again, this is a 12 by 12, 12.5 by 12.5 inch square. I have folded 1 inch, so 1/4 inch, and another 1/4 inch. Sewed along the edge, joined them, and then also I made them shorter, 1/2 inch. So technically, what is the size of these? I don't even know. This is 8, 9, 10, 11. So it's 11 inches tall. It ends up being. Okay, so let's sew this here together. Oh, I need my leader and ender. Or this is a leader, I guess. My bobbin's almost out. Okay, good thing I noticed. Good thing I and do backstitch. Ask me how I know. Still new to the whole sewing thing, so I don't think I did backstitch on my first cube. And I really should have. Excuse me. My God, that cough came out of nowhere. Sorry. Okay. Now, I did see a really cool option where if you use foam stabilizer, you could quilt on it, basically. But I just didn't want to buy anything. I saw a way where I could do it with what I have at home, and I was like, I really don't want to. But I would have if this didn't work out. Okay. Here is the outside cover. It's going to be so beautiful. I'm so happy with the fabrics. Let me go ahead and iron this open. So like a lot of ironing open. But I can't tell you how excited I was when I actually did it, you know what I mean? I'm a newbie at all this actual sewing stuff, like real stuff. I'm used to sewing on paper. So this is new. So functional product is new to me. Okay, so now let me get all this stuff off my table because I'm not going to need it and it's just going to get in my way. Okay. Okay, so now the inside liner is made the same exact way, except this one you don't cut that 1/4 inch or 1/2 inch. You don't cut that 1/2 inch. Hi, Stephanie. How are you, dear? So this is my inside cover. This is really pretty white with pink flowers. I'm going to color coordinate all my cubes. So this is the pinks. The pinks are in a pink cube. The blue fabric is in a blue cube. I've already cut out some fabric pretty much to make every color. I'm thinking I might make a smaller box for the scraps. Hi, Miss Stephanie. I'm doing good, girl. I'm just working on this cube that I made possible. Following a video. Okay, so what we want to do, this is my second time making this. I'm referring back to my my inspiration video. Okay. The outside fabric. Is that right? Hang on a moment. Yeah, because that is her. Yeah, that's her outside fabric. So her inside fabric is out. Oh, right. I think in the next step she changes it. Anyways, this is out. This is the inside. The outside cover is on the inside now. So we're going to do this in here. Okay. And now I believe okay, so we got the outside cover, inside, the inside cover. And hang on, she goes like this, and she's looking at it. So what we're gonna do is we are going to match these seams up right here. And then we're gonna sew down the seams. That's what it is. Now what I did, because I'm lazy. I am really lazy, you guys, okay? And I don't care. Okay, point blank, period. I don't really care about proper sewing techniques. So, and this is a storage cube. So, I'm gluing, okay? I'm gluing. I'm a glue girl, type of girl. I just bought this washable school glue, so that way it's at least washable. And what we're gonna do here is we're actually gonna glue these seams together, and they're gonna match at the bottom. Not at the top, they're matching at the bottom. So I'm putting something here to give me some room to make error. So we're going to go ahead and glue that together there. I love to glue things. I don't care. Okay, now let's fold it up a little bit. And we're going to continue to just glue. Just continue. It doesn't go all the way to the top. I forgot. So don't do that. Don't do that. I'm just making sure that my seams match up. And I'm pressing it down to put it in place. And I just keep going. Yep, just like that. Just like that. Let me get this in here. It doesn't go all the way to the top. It just kind of sits inside it like that. Just slightly shorter. Okay, so that's one. Let's match up the next one. It could be this one. Okay. It's kind of a mess to see it. Oh, they match it at the bottom though. Let's match it at the bottom. Okay. Okay. Here we go. Again, we got the outside cover on the inside. The outside cover is facing us, because when it comes down, it's going to be like this. Yep. Okay. So let's finish matching this. Again, I'm using washable glue, and I don't know when to wash these. It'll probably be a long time till I do, right? Right. Okay. Figure these companies use glue anyways. At least I got washable glue this time. I was actually using, I didn't know it was a permanent type of glue. I thought it was also washable, but I don't think it is. So I was like, all right, well, if I'm going to use glue, I better get the washable glue. So I went out and I got the washable glue. So we're going to keep gluing. Just making sure these flat seams match up to the best of our ability. Honestly, these cubes, I mean, they're for me. I'm not selling these or anything. So I don't feel pressed to make it perfect. So, and you know what? The first time I did this, I didn't try and make it perfect, and it still worked out. So that's all I'm going to say. That's all I'm going to say. Okay, so this is done. That one's done. Gotta match this one. Nope, that one's done. That one's done. Okay, we gotta do this one. And I'll tell you what, all these fabric combinations, you guys, it's so much fun. Oh, I forgot to turn on my fan. It's so much fun going through a little stash. My little 100-pound stash of fabric and pulling out matching fabrics. And like I said, I don't actually have any huge, I don't have yardage, you know. All the fabrics that I have are just small chunks. So I don't have yardage. So for the videos that are like, oh, use this many yards, I don't have that many yards. So I had to break this down for myself into manageable pieces. So that's why, like I said, I watched this video on how to make an Easter basket. And it just spoke to me because she just used squares. The original video that I followed, they used one continuous piece fabric. And I don't have yardage like that. So I'm glad I have this little brain of mine and I was able to be like, oh, this is technically an Easter basket. This is an Easter basket without the handles. And I saw videos on how you can make it with the handles, but it's just not what I want to do with my day. So I opted for no handles. These baskets, you can't really use the handles anyways. More like pull it from, the inside of the table to the outside, but it's not really to be used like that. Okay, so what else am I missing? Is that it? Are they all done? That's done. Nope, this is not done. Okay. Last side that needs to be done. Now I will iron this just because I do want to heat set the glue so I don't get any gunkiness on my needle. That I will do. Again, the cubes I've seen made from China have all sorts of mistakes, and I still buy it. So if something I make has a mistake, that's okay. That's okay with me. Let me keep gluing it, and I'm just gonna keep gluing till I get a court order telling me not to. Okay. Right. This was quite the journey, but I was like, I want to go live doing this, but I also don't want to do all this live because my God, there's a lot of prep work. There's a lot of prep work, especially because I have to iron the fabric, starch it, iron it, and then do all these folds. And that takes so long. Okay, let me go ahead and just give it a little press with a little heat so that it dries the glue. It doesn't get me all bumped up here. But basically, we're going to sew on all these seams. Like I said, the video that I watched originally she made, the seams so that it makes a pocket to put the chipboard in. But I didn't have a continuous piece fabric. So I'm using 12 by 12, 12 and a half by 12 and a half squares. And I am going to use a different fabric for the bottom, and then I'm going to, this is what I'm going to use for the bottom, and then I'm going to cover my bottom chipboard in this fabric right here. Okay, come on, iron, get hot. Oh my God, you got it. Okay, so at the moment, I'm kind of obsessed with making these cubes since I made that one. I find new projects to keep myself busy. So busy. Okay. I'm just ironing on where I did the gluing. So that way my needle doesn't get all gunky. If it does, I don't know, I'll just change the needle, like I said. Okay, one more seam. One more seam here. Ooh, I'm definitely going to that guy's sale next month. See if he has other fabric. Okay. So, I am going to sew down the seam. That's pretty much all I'm doing. Just sewing down the seam. But you have to be careful that you don't sew through, the other side. We're only sewing on this one side. So, let's grab sewing machine. Oh, wait. Oh, yeah. Wrong foot. I can't use the 1/4 inch foot here. Regular foot. Regular foot. Okay. Let's get my later. Okay. This actually kind of makes it hard to see because it's white. I had not. Okay, we're good. I remember I hate sewing on white fabric. Oh yeah, I forgot. Just gonna sew down this seam. Okay. And I did that whole thing without any end bobbin. What did I just say? Oh my god. Okay. It's okay. It's okay. It happens to everybody. It happens to everybody. I had just finished the whole thing. Okay, let's see where it ran out of thread. Probably right away. Yeah, right away. Okay. Let's just start over. Let's try that again. Come on, fabric. Let me back stitch here. Okay. Is it perfect? I don't know. Probably not, but that's okay. If you want to make perfect, make perfect. Okay, so there's the first one. And again, I try to sew in the middle, but sometimes you don't sew in the middle. That's okay. That's okay. It still looks good, honestly. It's okay. And that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to sew down all these seams here, which is really easy because they're all glued. So they're not moving anywhere. I just have to make sure I'm only sewing through this. I need to make sure that I am not sewing through the other side of the cube. Out, keeping this straight as can. I can't wait to get a bigger sewing machine. It's gonna happen. When? I don't know. I don't know when, but one day. Okay. We are getting it. Back up. And I could have used a fun thread color maybe, but I'm just wait. Okay. Last one, I believe. Yeah, last one. All right. Last one. Okay. Whew. When am I going to get all these cubes done? I don't know, but I'm literally obsessed. and I want to make all of the cubes possible. They're so much fun. Like I'm saying, I'm having a lot of fun coming up with just looking through my fabric, coming up with different combos. Why is it things like stuck? So annoying. I bought it. Now I understand why these cubes are like $20 each. Because my God, they take forever. That's also why I wanted to make them, because they cost so much. And once I watched a video, I'm like, well, I have everything to make it. Like, literally, I have everything. I have the chipboard, I have the fabric, I have the ruler. I bought 90 pounds off fabric. So I was like, I'm ready. Okay. So there's our cover sewn together. Let me cut off these threads because I hate. And there's threads. Okay, and you know what's been great? I've been keeping. I was looking on Amazon, and sometimes I watch people's craft room thread sewing room tours, craft room tours, and I see everybody with these little trash cans, like literally a little trash can. And I was like, oh, I want one. Then I just was like, why don't I just put it in this little cup? And so now this is my little trash can cup on my desk for my little threads and little pieces of fabric. And it's been working out great. Okay, so here is the inside cover. And now let me watch the other part of the video. Okay, so I did the sewing down the part that I don't really like. Okay, we need to put the inside, the bottom of this in, right? So this is 12.5 by 12.5. I did not cut this down any size. And when I first tried to make this, I did it at a 12-inch, and no, 12.5 by 12.5 is what it wants. And this part is kind of some BS, to be honest. Like, so we now have to make the circle, okay, into we have to fit a square at the bottom. So that is some BS, I'll tell you that right now. But we got to do it, right? We got to do it. Okay, so yeah, that's how we're going to do it. We're going to right sides of the fabric all together. Except for this outside, which stays like that. So now I'm going to, and I kind of put it like kind of a 1/4 inch off to the side. This, I'm telling you, this really makes no sense because this is a circle, and now we're going to try and put a square bottom of it on it. So, oh yeah. What I did to make it easier. Oh yeah, that's right. Because I'm always trying to make it easier on myself. So what I did to make it easier on myself was I glued the bottom of this fabric here. The inserts are actually going to be put in up here. And this is the bottom. So these are just open. So what we're going to do is we're going to glue, because I am a glue tip girl. I don't want these pieces of fabric to come off. I don't want to accidentally not catch one of the fabrics. So I'm going to glue it. I don't care. Sue me. I don't care. I'm going to glue it. So that would be my worst nightmare, is if one of these sides slips. That would be so annoying. And I'm not going to have it. So I'm going to glue it. So you just have to make sure the bottoms meet. This is supposed to be a washable cover. That's the whole point of it. And this is a washable school glue. So I feel like it's okay. I feel like it should be okay. If anybody wants to be mad at me, I guess. Don't do it on yours. For me, I don't think I could sew without gluing. I'm just not that good. If you're that good, hooray for you, but I'm not. And I think that's okay. I think there's space for everybody. And then that should be the last part we need to glue right here. And I will hit it with the iron and make sure it's on hot. Turn it off. The next part is honestly the trickiest part to my brain because, like I said, this is basically a circle and we're going to put a square bottom on it. So my brain, you kind of have to maneuver it around and kind of just make it work. But it's okay because the bottoms of these don't have to be pointy. So they actually kind of curve. And that's okay. It's perfectly okay. Okay. Let me go ahead and just iron this real fast to dry the glue out. Okay. This way. Oh. So now, the bottom, you have the hem part and then the non-hemmed part, and that's what we're working on. So like I said, my brain is going to hurt right now, but we have to fit this square here. So again, this is 12.5 by 12.5, this bottom square. And I'm going to put it off to the sides, just a 1/4 inch on each slit, a 1/4 inch hang on each side, which she does. I ran into this problem where all these tutorials for these baskets, they don't have instructions. It's just they're showing you how to do it. There's no talking, and that's fine. But you know, sometimes when you talk, you can give some tips. I don't know. Maybe that's just me. So then what we're gonna do here, this is the weird part. And like I said, this is somehow it's difficult, but it is a beginner friendly project because if you mess up, it's okay. Like it really is okay. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna have to end up putting this corner like right here. It's the weirdest thing where you kind of have to make it fit, and it's round and it's a square. It's just she just kind of does it, and then in the end, it's fine, and it really is. I wish she would have said that, you know, like this is difficult, but in the end, it's okay. Like, I just need a little bit of encouragement in the video. Okay. But like I said, I did it once, and since I know that I can make mistakes, I mean, let's do it again. And you know, every time you do this, you get better. Okay, so right here. Again, the corner, you kind of just have to like turn it like this. And then on my first one, I didn't backstitch right here, so it kind of kept coming apart right there. But even that was okay. Like, even that's okay. So this is, like I said, a very beginner-friendly project, though it doesn't feel like it. Okay. Okay, let's get these edges here. And it just comes together, and I'm just, like I said, I'm just having fun with all the color combinations and fabric combinations. It's a little too much. It's a little too much fun. Okay, here's the last corner, and then we can sew. I don't know. It feels so wrong. It feels like it's gonna go so wrong. And I came across this problem when I made my sewing machine cover, because they were doing it this way and I didn't want to do it that way. Rain Girl, hi. With Cindy, right? I think your name was Cindy. Sorry, it's been a long time. It's not like not like when I used to go live every day. I'm so sorry. How are you? I am making a cube, girl. I'm making a storage cube. Check it out. Check it out. Check it out. Check it out. I freaking made this cube, yo. Sorry, I didn't mean to show you my messy corner. Look at it. Look at it. Look at the bottom. And look, I'm saying, like, this corner is not even really a corner. It's rounded. So it's like, it's okay, right? So this is what we're making right here. Okay. Okay, getting back. Getting back. Okay. So, okay. This is the bottom part of it. That's what we're doing. Okay, so it's okay. It's going to be... I was really like jamming out to this whole project up until this point, and then I was like, wait, what? Like I said, it's okay if it's not perfect, and that's the best part. It's all you could really ask for from a project. Is that your tutorial scraps bin? This is for my fabrics, yes. So I'm gonna make a pink. I'm gonna make them all color coordinated. So pink for my pink, blue for my blue, and I'm gonna make smaller ones for my actual little scraps. I'm excited. You don't even know. You don't even know. Okay. So now, the tricky part with this is you want to make sure you're only sewing on this bit of fabric right here, these two panels. So that kind of, it's not the easiest thing, but also, like I said, this project is very, very forgiving. Oh yeah, okay, I gotta use my regular needle for this one. Hey, is that what I was doing? No, I want to say I used my 1/4 inch foot, actually. Sorry, it's my new toy. I got a 1/4 inch foot from Amazon, and now I think I'm that girl. Rain Girl, you are on a roll. You know what? I feel like I'm on a roll. I really do feel like it's fun. I'm having so much fun. Okay, there's my 1/4 inch foot. Okay, so that just keeps it at the same distance all the way around. Now, I'm starting on a point that's not a corner, because I don't want to start on a corner. Let me make my stitch a little bit smaller, making it 1.8. And I need a back stitch a little bit. Oh, I'm sewing on the wrong side. That's right. You also have to pay attention to that. You're supposed to be sewing, looking at this side, actually. So normally I use the color side as the indication on what side I need to sew on. So in this case, I did that all wrong, but that's okay. It's okay. All right. Let's get started here. This part, I think, takes the longest. But like I said, it's okay. It's okay. It's complicated, but it is it's complicated, but also not at the same time. It's really weird. There was an easier technique to do this, but it just didn't work out if I wanted to do the collapsible foam. If I wanted to do the collapsible box, it's not going to work. Okay, so here it's kind of a mess, and it feels like a mess, and it is a mess, and it's okay, because again, it's a square It's a rounded shape that you're trying to put a square bottom on it. And it just feels all kinds of weird. But this thing kind of goes, like, it kind of rounds it out. I don't even know how to explain it. It just literally does it on its own. So I'm just literally just turning it on the corner. And making sure I keep my fabric straight so that it doesn't cause a pucker. But I think I did get a pucker somewhere and it was fine. It was fine. Okay. So that's the difficult part, is going around the corner. Otherwise, it's just straight stitching, and you're just kind of keeping yourself organized here, moving everything off to the side. Wait, I'm sewing on the wrong side, I think. Am I? Because remember, the clips are upside down. No, nope, these clips are, I put the wrong way. So, okay. I was like, why is this going so well? And like, there must be something wrong. Thank you, Cindy. I'm telling you, this guy's wife had such good taste in fabric. There was very few things in her stash because, like I said, I bought 90 pounds of fabric 2 weeks ago now, 2 weeks. And I was just vibing with this lady's stash in Peace May She Rest. She had good taste. And she made amazing quilts. The gentleman showed me some of her quilts. Very nice guy. Okay, we're reaching a corner. And like I said, just itself, it wants to just turn and turn into a circle. It's so weird. It feels very weird. I saw your post of, what was it? 90 pounds. 9 pounds. My husband wished it was 9 pounds. But no, that's 90 pounds. I overdid it, but not really, because I'm going back for more. He's having another sale on the 15th of next month. And I told him, pull me out some new fabric, Carl. Like, he says there was a bunch of stuff that he had. Oh, God, that one might be a little messy. But again, it's okay. That corner might be a little messy, but it's good. And I've been looking, ever since I got all this fabric, I've been looking for ways to store it, to organize it. Yeah, see, that kind of went a little weird. I could have probably done these corners a little bit better, but honestly, it doesn't matter. It's so weird how it does it. These cubes are very forgivable. Okay, we're coming to another freaking corner that I hate. We'll just get it done. It's just, you kind of have to put the fabric at this one point. And it kind of puckers the other side. But there's really no easier way to do this. Well, there is, but it wouldn't work with the technique I wanted to do. Okay. Okay, we're almost done. Oh, God. Like I said, if I hadn't done any prep work, this video would be 10 hours long. Okay. Okay, we're going. When I get the money, I would love to make another quilt. They feel and look so good on the bed. I've never made a quilt. I'm still just playing around and practicing and finding my groove. But I've never made a quilt myself, technically. And I don't think I've ever even been in a blanket in a quilt. I don't think I've known. My family doesn't do quilts. They do crochet. I have crochet blankets, but never in my life had I really seen a quilt blanket until I was, must have been a teenager or something when I first heard about them. Okay. We're getting there. We're getting there. Okay. So I'm kind of pushing. Oh my God. These pins don't really help with these corners at all. They really don't. Just have to make sure the fabrics up here match up, leading up to the corner. I don't know. She didn't explain this very well, and I see why, because it's just hard to explain how it just kind of curves itself. You let it go, and it kind of just starts curving. I don't know how to explain it. I was trying to put my hand in the middle, but the bottom is in there now. I'm trying to fix it here. So I'm sewing only on this layer here. This fabric. Okay. Okay. And we are pretty much done. Ha ha. Ha ha. Oh yeah, I forgot there's another step. Oh yeah, huh? Okay, let me back stitch. Now, the corners are just all sorts of janky, really. I don't know how they could be any better. Really don't have any tips for you other than to say just, it's okay, it works. They look all kind of weird, but it's okay. It's okay. All right, so did I do that wrong? Oh, I think this fabric is supposed to face the inside now that I think about it. But that's okay because nope, I'm right. Nope, because it's actually turned inside like this. So the right fabric is on the inside. Never mind, I'm wrong. Okay. I'm wrong, I'm right. Okay, so now what we need to do is zigzag stitch all the way around these that we did. Basically serge it in a little bit. I'm just using a zigzag stitch and just using whatever settings it's on. And again, it's kind of weird, but you just want to zigzag stitch just the bottom. Oh yeah, this is where I broke my needle because I didn't change my foot last time. And that's how I broke my last needle. Okay. I was like, wait a minute, I've been here before. Dude, they just make simple ones. I can't get into all those perfect points and designs much. No, me either. Honestly, that is one of the intimidating parts of it. But you know what I really do like? Paper piecing. But I've just still never made a whole quilt. It seems like a lot, and I just don't know if I have the attention span for it. So that's why I was thinking I would make a lap quilt with my Argyle pattern. Well, it's not my pattern, but the Argyle pattern I have. And I don't have a serger. If you have a serger, I guess you could serge this. Coming to the corner. So I just want to make sure I don't have fabric layers where they showing. Is it raining? Not that it matters, but it sounds like thought I heard rain. This is just so it keeps better, you know, keeps the bottom from fraying. Makes it more professional. I wonder if I put my regular sewing needle in, if I could sew through that cardstock. I can't remember if, I think I've sewn through a little Golden Books cover. I don't know if I've sewn through this stick of chipboard. I don't know if I want to. No, I think I'll just glue it. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. We're coming to another corner. The little bug. Gross. Okay. We only have 2 more sides to go here. Just gotta get ready when it comes to this corner. Broke the chain, but it's okay. Oh, okay, because my fabric kind of shifted over here a little bit. Should be okay. Honestly, it should be fine. That's what I'm saying. I'm starting to love some projects that it doesn't really, like, you can make mistakes. It's okay. Like with the cathedral pillow case, I felt like it was mistake friendly. And it looks so complicated, but it's very okay with mistakes. Those are the kind of patterns I like. Projects I like, I think. Well, Daisy, I'm off to have some lunch. Okay, girl, you have a good day. Almost done. Yes. Let me make this sewing machine faster. Oop. Of course, I did the camera. It's just a tradition around here. I think I did a little bit better on my first one with the corners. That's okay. It's okay. I think maybe because the second time I saw that it's okay if I made a mistake. So I'm okay with making mistakes now. It's all right. Okay, last line of the stitching. Okay, are getting there. Okay, by no means perfect, but it's okay. And look how weird, even when I did the the zigzag stitch, look how it like perfectly almost rounds it, and it's just very weird. Okay, it's just very weird. Okay, so now we're done. We are freaking done. So I have, for my junk journaling, I have these pieces of chipboard, and they're really, really thick. And they're 8.5 by 11. There's different sizes you can get. This is just 8.5 by 11. And of course, I have cut these and joined them together to make different sizes. So now, what's left to do is put the chipboard in the little pockets we created. I was getting worried I really messed up, but no, it's okay. It's okay. It's really okay. Okay. This piece right here. And then it folds over ever so perfectly. And there's my second cube. Now, the inside is, like you can see the inside is not perfect, but it's okay. Like, it really is okay. And, what was I going to say? Yeah, the inside, what I did was I cut these pieces here to 6 by 6. Each one is 6. And then I glued them. Well, I taped them. And then I glued the fabric to the chipboard. Put it in like that. I don't know if I could sew through this chipboard, so I'm just going to glue it. But anyways, you guys, that is my video for today, for this week. I am going to obsessively keep making more cubes. And I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I had a lot of fun. As you can see, it is very, like I said, mistake-friendly, beginner-friendly type of project. And I really am enjoying making all these fun color combinations. You can make each side a different color or different fabric that you want. Yeah, that's going to be it for me, you guys. I'm going to literally keep on making cubes. I'm going to keep on making cubes. Maybe I'll come back next week and we'll do a couple of little ones, maybe. Can do some smaller ones because I do want some for scraps. So I'm going to probably think about making smaller ones. Okay, you guys. Thank you so much for watching. Thank y'all for making it through it. It's only an hour-long video, but like I said, I did a lot of prep work. I wasn't sitting here ironing out fabric, so that made it go a little bit better. And like I said, you see this little corner right here? It's not a perfect point, and that's okay because it doesn't need to be. When you fill it with fabric, it looks round and it looks really cute. So I'm really happy. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys possibly next week. I say possibly because you never know. Anyways, I'll be back. Bye.